Good day, everyone. My name is Favor, and I want to share with you the story of how God saved me, showed me mercy, and gave me a second chance at life, even after I lost everything. If my story touches your heart, please like, subscribe, and comment Amen. When I was 5 years old, I lived in a small village in Africa with my parents. Life was hard, but my parents never stopped dreaming of a better future for me. They worked tirelessly, hoping that one day we could leave our struggles behind. That hope led us to board a small boat one fateful night, heading for Europe. The boat was crowded and unsteady, but my parents reassured me, saying, "God will protect us." The first few hours were calm, and I believed them. But as night fell, the sea turned violent. Waves crashed against the boat, rocking it so hard that people began to scream and pray. I remember clinging to my mother as she whispered, "Favor, no matter what happens, remember that God is with you." Those words stayed with me even when the boat tipped over and chaos erupted. My parents tried to hold on to me, but the waves were too strong. The last thing I saw was my mother's face, filled with both fear and love, before everything went black. When I woke up, I was lying on a beach. I was cold, soaked, and alone. At first, I thought I was dreaming, but then the pain of hunger and the emptiness in my heart reminded me it was real. I sat up, calling out for my mama and papa, but the only response was the crashing waves. I felt like the sea had taken everything from me. That's when God showed me His mercy. As I cried, I felt something warm nudge my arm. I turned and saw a dog standing beside me. He had sandy brown fur and kind, understanding eyes. It was as if he had been sent to me on purpose. I named him Hero because that's exactly what he was. Hero stayed by my side, never leaving me for a moment. I was a scared little girl, but God used Hero to protect me. When I was hungry, Hero found scraps of food. When I was cold, he lay beside me to keep me warm. And when I felt like giving up, Hero's gentle presence reminded me that I wasn't alone. I didn't understand at the time, but looking back, I see how God's hand was in everything. He had saved me from the sea, placed me on solid ground, and sent Hero to watch over me. Even though I had lost my parents, God had not abandoned me. After a few days of wandering the beach, a kind fisherman found us. He was like another miracle sent by God. "Oh, child," he said, his voice full of compassion, "you are not alone anymore." He carried me to his small hut, with Hero following close behind. The fisherman gave me food, water, and a warm place to sleep. But when people in his village saw Hero, they wanted to take him away, saying he was a stray. I cried and clung to Hero, saying, "He's my family now." God sent him to me. The fisherman understood and allowed Hero to stay. God's mercy didn't stop there. The fisherman connected me with a kind woman who couldn't have children of her own. She took me in and gave me a home. She treated me like her own daughter, loving me unconditionally. She welcomed Hero too, saying, "God must have sent him for you. He belongs here." As I grew older, I began to see how God had given me a second chance. He took me out of the storm and placed me in the care of people who loved me. He gave me Hero, a loyal companion who taught me the meaning of unconditional love. Though I missed my parents every single day, I trusted that they were with God, and I felt their love through the people and blessings God brought into my life. Hero and I became inseparable. He walked me to school, waited for me at the gate, and slept by my bed every night. He was more than a dog. He was a reminder that God's love is constant, even when life feels unbearable. Now, as I stand before you, I'm no longer the scared little girl I once was. I am stronger, braver, and full of hope because God gave me the strength to keep going. He showed me mercy when I thought all was lost and reminded me that His plans are greater than anything I could imagine. Hero is still with me today. He's older now, his fur graying around the edges, but his love for me hasn't changed. Whenever I look at him, I am reminded of God's faithfulness. Hero was my guardian, but I know it was God who sent him to save me. So, no matter what you're going through, remember this: God's love is always with you. Even in the darkest storms, He will provide a way. Sometimes His help comes in ways we don't expect: a kind stranger, a new beginning, or even a loyal dog like Hero. Thank you for listening to my story. If it touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and comment Amen. Your support means the world to me, and I hope my story reminds you that with God, there is always hope, even when life feels impossible.